Rago!
Tai!
We are
Back, baby.
with another One Piece chapter breakdown discussion. And this time we're here to talk about the amazing fight that went down in chapter 1181.
I'm ready.
Oh,
I'm ready.
Oh, you know, this kind of brings me back to like, need I say, the prime JJK days where, you know, it just got a pure nuts to butt action chapter, man. Like we just got Emu versus Loki here. They're exchanging blows. They're smiling. A lot of people are going to hate this word. I know, it's scary. A lot of ore farming going on here. And
Ooh, yeah.
It's some good stuff, man. What's your main takeaway coming out of this chapter? Who do you think is on top?
Emu's on top, baby. However, this chapter makes it feel like Blackbeard's on top.
Oh my god, dude!
I gotta break it to you.
Ooh.
I gotta break it to you. If Loki's doing this well, which, you know, that's relative because Emu was tweaking, Luffy's gonna do better. Luffy's gonna do better than Loki. I'm not saying Luffy beats him, but he's gonna do pretty well.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, you know, when I start thinking of final war, final matchups, I think it's leaning towards Blackbeard for me. As much as I love Mu, and I think symbolically it makes a lot of sense for him to be the final villain, I think Blackbeard might swoop in, man.
Oh, dude. As far as like final villain goes, I've always thought that the final fight will be Blackbeard. But in terms of scale, I do view Emu as like the big bad overarching villain of the whole world. I don't think Blackbeard's gonna be that guy. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm cool with that. I do like Mu and Blackbeard a good amount. But I feel like, you know, in Naruto terms, I've always described it like this. I know people are going to get sick of it, but it's the best analogy I have on hand. Emu feels like Madara-Kaguya. Blackbeard is kind of like Sasuke, where it's like, okay, after we beat Mu, we're going to fight Sasuke now. Because Blackbeard and Luffy, they're both Ds. I think they do have to work together to some extent, you know, not saying they have to like, you know, hold hands, hug, and sing Kumbaya. I think the Ds have to get together to beat Emu. And then after that, then we can fight amongst ourselves. That's kind of how I view it right now. But you are right. You know, everything we see from Emu, Blackbeard could probably do in the future. Hell, he might even be able to do it right now. You know, Blackbeard did. This is all going to sound so crazy. You know, Blackbeard scarred Shanks. Shanks is not scared of Blackbeard, but he's really cautious of him. And that's the Shanks that beat Loki. So, you know, by equivalency, Blackbeard would be doing pretty well over here, too. All I gotta say.
And we don't know if this is Blackbeard's final form.
Exactly. I mean, same with Mu, though, right? Like, this is still Emu who's smiling, you know, getting lost in thought. Like, for all we know, Emu still has, like, 10 more transformations. I mean, we saw the mural. Emu was big as hell. He was, what you like to describe as a kaiju.
He was enormous. Enormous. I know a lot of people leaning towards Blackbeard maybe taking over Mu's fruit. You know, which that feels like overkill.
Definitely overkill.
Blackbeard on top of what he has, but is that it? Here's the thing. If it becomes Blackbeard taking over or taking Mu's devil fruit, then at that point, I think it's Blackbeard versus the world. And the world being like Luffy and others versus Blackbeard by himself.
I wouldn't mind it. I just, the main hang up with me when it comes to Blackbeard is that I don't think he comes in right away and beats Emu. People think that Emu dies right after Elbaf. I don't think so. Primarily because we still have to deal with the Gorosei. We still have a lot of the God Knights we still haven't beaten yet. So Blackbeard would have swooped in, end of Elbaf. You know, people like, oh, Emu goes home and Blackbeard's right there ready to take him out. I don't think that's going to happen yet. I still think we need that final war first. Because as it stands, I mean, you know, if Blackbeard were to be the big bad villain of the final war, he doesn't have a whole bunch beside him. He has his Yonko crew, which is big, don't get me wrong. But Emu, if he were to go to war, I mean, dude, we got the Marines there. We got the God Knights. We got possibly the kingdoms that all allied with him, the Seraphim. Blackbeard, as of right now, doesn't have that level of cachet. He does have cachet, but he doesn't have that amount of military might. So I do think Blackbeard will be like this all big bad villain, but right now I feel like Emu's gonna be that guy, and then we'll fight Blackbeard.
Yeah, it's gonna be a cascading thing. I know a lot of people have been talking about also Blackbeard and Luffy allying to take Mu down.
I like
think
that.
even if that happens, they're gonna fight after.
Oh,
you know, they just
100%.
have to, right? With ideals, it's just too different, and you know, it's inevitable. I think it's fate for them to kind of go against each other. But Oda is really building it in a very nice way, as far as the Void Sentry and that relationship, or you know, whatever it was between Emu and Joy Boy. And I'm super interested now. I'm locked in.
Oh, dude, same. Yeah, like, it's funny. Ask me, I don't know, a year or two ago, hey, Sai, do you care about the Void Sentry? I'd be like, yeah, as much as the next guy, but I'm not, like, super excited for it. But now I'm curious. It's like, okay, let me know about Joy Boy. Let me know about Davy Jones, because I do think that will be very relevant to Luffy and Blackbeard and how, you know, they potentially come together to be Emu current day. I think it's all going to be really huge, and I'm looking forward to it. This final war is going to be massive, and what we're getting right here is just a small taster. What we have here in Elbaf, this is just the appetizer, so to say.
It's just a beginning. It's just a beginning. I think we've been in the final saga for what? Past 3 years? Oda said. When was that statement Oda said? I don't know. I think was it before Egghead? But we've been in the final saga for a while. It's building, and I think some of the best things we've been waiting for, as far as lore, character interactions, character fights, it's all going to culminate, right? I know you guys are not going to like hearing this, but One Piece has to end, and
that is kind of scary, though, isn't it?
It's going to end, right? It's going to come to an end, and we're approaching it. It's 2026.
I never would have thought it would go this far, man. Like, I was watching
my prediction
One Piece
was 2030.
as a kid.
Yeah, I was thinking 2030 was when One Piece was going to end. And so that seems realistic, you know, at this point. I just think Oda has so many things he wants to cover that it may push it out even further. But, bro, 2030, 2031, 2032 at the most, I think we're out of here, man. As far as this iteration of One Piece, because the One Piece, they probably will show us another slideshow in 2028. So we just got to wait and see what comes of the One Piece anime.
Yeah, and I mean, One Piece is such a cash cow. I do wonder if they're going to do like a spinoff right after. Like, One Piece is over. Oda's not going to be working on the spinoff because, you know, he wants to retire. Dude, Oda, whenever Oda talks about retiring, I do feel a little bit bad for him, because he's like, yeah, you know, he didn't say this out loud. He talked about wanting to go on vacation with his family, and how I interpret it is that he has so much money, he just can't spend it, dude. He's just like kind of chilling.
I need to spend it. I need to spend some time with my family. And
yeah.
Oda's what, 50?
Yeah, 50.
Is he close? So, you know, half his life essentially is done, right? It might be time to live life, but you don't have to be super involved. You don't have to be doing everything like you have been.
Yeah, he has editors
like he
relies on, so I bet they can carry the mantle for him.
Just be involved, but not like, you know, as intense or intensively as you have been. Because I think about like other series and other ways, and like different franchises have done like spin-offs. We was talking about the boys earlier, like was it Gen 5?
Oh, Gen V, which got canceled yesterday.
Yeah, I never watched it, but I think it got 2 seasons out of it.
Yeah, and then it just died.
Better Call Saul.
Oh, Better Call Saul is amazing. Have you finished it? You were watching it last we talked.
I'm still watching it. I just finished season 4.
Oh, we are pretty much at the same spot. Me and the wife are rewatching it right now because she hasn't watched it before.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. It's
so this was
it's nice.
This is, what was the last episode I watched? Damn. Because we're at Kim and
Jimmy.
Jimmy. he just basically lied to get his license back.
Yeah.
Not lied, but he, sold a story after they denied him. And it was the moment where Kim thought he was serious or thought he was for real. I was like, oh man, I didn't know you fell. He's like, what?
You bought that?
Told him what they wanted to hear. Yeah.
Yeah. Every time Kim wants to believe in him, Jimmy kind of like disappoints her a little bit, but she's going along with it too. Like she's also, you kind of slowly see her get corrupted by Jimmy in a way.
I don't think Kim and Jimmy work as a couple. I think they work better as like a fling.
I think they work good as a couple if Chuck was never around. Like if Chuck was just either a good brother or just not there at all, I think it would have been fine.
But Jimmy's gonna be Jimmy, and I think no matter what.
But Jimmy wouldn't have been this Jimmy if not for Chuck. Like if Chuck was just Jimmy? A normal brother, so much would be fine.
What do you mean this Jimmy? Slippin' Jimmy?
Well, not Slippin' Jimmy. Like after Chuck initially broke him out of jail, like a long time ago, Jimmy did try to turn his life around. He did want to start doing things the right way, and he was until obviously, the fallout with Chuck. And it's like, okay. And then he went back to Slippin' Jimmy, and then it just kept on cascading, and then, he is who he is today. He tried.
But the fallout initially happened because Jimmy, in the midst of being a lawyer, was always trying to like cut corners and he would do things his own way where it's like, I'm a lawyer, but I'm still like being shisty in a way.
Yeah, but he only started bending the law more and more once like things went downhill.
I think it's just in him. And I think for Kim, I think no matter what, him and Kim can't work because they're like polar opposites when it comes to like ethics, right?
Yeah.
And I think Kim does it with him because she's so stuck up that it's like okay, let's just have a good time. And Jimmy does that for her.
Yeah.
Right? So she can live kind of vicariously through those moments. But she doesn't want to live there. Jimmy wants to live in it. I think you haven't watched it yet, so I'm not gonna spoil it, but like there's some characters on The Boys where they're kind of...
Yeah, please don't spoil The Boys. No.
I don't want to spoil The Boys, but there are characters on it that they're like not working because one character says they want to kind of exist within the chaos, and another character is like, yo, I'm tired of the chaos. I just want peace. And so I think that's kind of the thing with Kim and Jimmy. Jimmy enjoys like the life on the edge and kind of getting around and, pulling a fast one. It's a rush for him, and he enjoys like living in that. I think Kim likes moments like that. He's great at it, right? And one of my favorite moments with Jimmy is like when he was interviewing, and then he pulled out the act and he get the job. He's like,
yeah, and then he's like, "What? You're gonna hire me
like,
because of that?"
He's great. Yeah,
dude,
I'm like, this dude is amazing.
He self-destructs so hard. Like whenever something good happens to Jimmy, he just throws it in the gutter.
He's I think for him, it's here's a way I can put it. And, I guess some people might get it. Some people might not. It's like I guess I'm putting it in a way people can understand more. Jimmy enjoys, I was going to say use a fantasy football analogy, but like that's a bit too niche. I'm going to use a house analogy. Jimmy enjoys building houses, right? Like the whole process, getting the plans, getting the construction, figuring it out and building it up. And then as soon as you're about to finish this house, he tears it all down because he enjoys the process of building it back up again. And also, I think he wants to challenge himself. See, can I do it? And can I do it easier? And can I use other people to do it? So I think it's like, I don't think Jimmy's not just robbing Peter to pay Paul. I think he's kind of robbing Peter to pay Paul back a little bit, but then to borrow some more from like Judas and to see if he can get away with it.
Those Bible stories are like, hitting you, dude.
I'm just saying, they're there, man. They're there. But that's a chaotic life.
Yeah.
It's just, no matter what, is always going to be an issue somewhere. And Jimmy's like, hey, we'll figure it out when it gets here. And Kim is like, bro, I want a good life. I want to have good ethics. I want to do a good job. It's too much. And then I think the part of it as well, Kim can't talk to him about the Chuck situation. And I think obviously the Chuck situation is a big deal, but Jimmy's kind of like, it's nothing.
He's trying
so
to
gonna
move
hit him
on,
eventually.
but he's also like very pained by it. He just doesn't want to say it.
He doesn't want to tackle that. He's kind of he kind of parked it. And Kim doesn't even talk about it. So I'm not, and it's bothering her as well because of the whole scandal, right? The whole scandal led to her kind of getting this contract and Chuck's death. Like, there's no way that doesn't impact somebody. And for Jimmy, he's kind of acting like, it's fine. It is what it is.
Yeah, and then you start to feel bad for Howard, man. Howard
was losing his mind.
Oh, dude, Howard is a great character in that show. I cannot wait till the later seasons.
I like Howard. I think unfortunately the people around him are just a bit too cutthroat for him, you know. But that's kind of like, I think it's kind of shown me like different avenues in which lawyers are willing to go about things, where Chuck is cutthroat in his own way. Even Kim, you know, she can be like that, but Jimmy's the ultimate menace, bro.
Oh yeah,
he's the ultimate menace. You know, like Jimmy is just whatever it takes. And then I don't know if you remember this moment. It was with the little toy that Jimmy had to steal to sell it, to auction it off.
Oh, the Hubble. Yeah.
The hub, yeah. And he actually went to Mike. Did they do something to you? He's like, no, it's just a way to. Mike's like, I'm out. He's like, bro, it's easy money. He's like, no, I'm out. Where Mike has a code. Where Mike typically only retaliates, right? It's never really like, I'm just doing it for the fuck of it. Jimmy at this point, he's just doing it just to do it. And Mike is kind of like, they did nothing to you, right? And you're just trying to rob them just to get the money. He's like, I can't support that. So I love Better Call Saul, man.
Better Call Saul is a great show.
I can't put it over Breaking Bad just because I enjoy it this much because of Breaking Bad, right? And so I think it's just as good, but I'm not going to put it over Breaking Bad. And I think also it's very contained in nature, right? Of course, they have the stuff going on with the cartel and stuff, but it's not nearly as explosive as it was in Breaking Bad, right? So it's super, because it's still building, right? Of course, that exists, but it's not like the main focus necessarily. So it's like, it's not as, like, they build the stakes through the small things that we go through with Kim and Jimmy and Chuck. But like, you know, with Breaking Bad, like, people are like dying like on a regular basis.
Yeah, you kind of know,
but,
like,
you know,
in Better Call Saul who has plot armor, because it's like, okay, they're in Breaking Bad, they're not gonna die. Exactly.
You know, nothing's gonna happen to them. I'm not gonna lie. There's some people that I thought was in Breaking Bad that died. I'm like, oh shit, I thought he was in Breaking Bad. Okay.
Yeah.
So, an amazing show though. Genuinely amazing show.
Freaking show.
So Oda can do a spinoff if he wants to, and it can be good.
Yeah, we could have like a Marine spinoff. I think that's what a lot of people kind of want, like a Marine side of the story, or just like, you know, maybe an epilogue. I think an epilogue always goes super hard. Like, you know, let's cut, I don't know, 50 years in the future, and then now we're seeing like all these new pirates. Maybe get the Marine perspective, and we don't have to follow the Straw Hats, or we don't even have to see them or know what happens to them. Just getting like small snippets of like, oh, like this is their descendant. You know, he was on this island at one point. Like that would be so cool. Two Piece could go crazy.
Did you finish Medulla?
No, but I looked at the spoilers. So it's like the same thing.
Yeah. Would you want One Piece to go that route?
I wouldn't mind it. You know, generally, I thought Medulla was pretty decent. As long as we get more One Piece content, I'm not going to complain. You know, like...
That's 25 chapters.
Yeah.
That's 25 chapters of continuing the story that we have. Showing us characters that we know. Man. It's tough. It's tough because there's so much meat there on Medulla that, you know, Gege kind of walked away from. So
Is Gege
I'm
retired now, or is he just like doing a new project?
I think he's trying to get away from the JJK verse.
Mm,
I don't think he's because Gege is pretty young, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I believe Gege is pretty young, so I don't think he's retired at all. No way. No way. It's too much there. It's way too much.
Oh, yeah. He says in the most recent interview, he said that he wants to take a long hiatus.
Yeah, I can imagine like after that grind, it's just like let me just step back for a while.
Yeah.
And just chill.
He wants to do future projects, but he does want to take a long break, which makes sense. I mean, he's living life right now, JJK was a phenomenal success, so why not, dude? Same with Oda. Like after he's done with One Piece, I kind of don't want him to be like like you said, super involved with the spinoff. Like, no, dude, take your time, Oda, man. You deserve it. Have a break.
Gege is in a unique space right now.
Yeah.
He's in rare air because it's not many manga that achieve the heights that he has with the manga and an anime. Now, granted,
oh yeah,
in general, an anime being great isn't in the mangaka's hands necessarily. But it's worked out that way where JJK, the anime is fantastic. The manga is fantastic. Every great manga can't say that, obviously. And so
like One Punch Man.
One Piece is getting there, right? One Piece in the recent years have kind of elevated with the anime. I think it's some instances better than the manga. But it hasn't always been there. JJK has been consistent throughout, where like just the level and just the consistency of the quality is there. I think Attack on Titan is like that. I think even Naruto doesn't have what JJK has, because Naruto is just like riddled with filler.
Yeah.
So
filler and
but
pretty bad pacing every now and then too.
Yeah. So it's JJK. It's one of those. So Gege, he can kind of sit back, and I think if the next movie is what I presume it to be, it's out of here.
Probably gonna be number one.
It's out of here.
Yeah,
it's out of here. So, I think if when he creates something like this, it's just like a phenomenon like this. Because even for a character like Gojo, I think he's already like legendary.
I mean, look at us right now.
It is Gojo coded.
Yeah.
But I'm here for the hiatus. Even though I would like for Modulo, I would have liked for it to continue. I take your breaks, man. Yeah. Especially when you can.
Short, sweet,
like, I don't know what a long break is for a mangaka. I don't know if it's a year, 2 years, 5 years. Personally, if I made something like this, I'd probably it would be dependent on how I feel.
It's like a George R. Martin break. Like, oh, he'll come back one day. When? Just whenever he feels like it.
When I feel like it, I'm going to go travel, just go experience things, and I come back. Because eventually you're going to get the itch, right? But just go enjoy life for a bit. It's just crazy because Oda's never done that.
I read a manga called Kaiji. And
Kaiji, what's that about?
It's a gambling manga anime. I love the anime. It's a great story. Just seeing Kaiji go into debt and then gambling his way out every single time. Phenomenal. But the author, for like the final stretch, like essentially he's in like his final saga in a way. It's like 900 plus chapters deep. If you include like the spin-off stories, it kind of surpasses One Piece in number of chapters. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to go on break to, just really study and think about this last arc and the next couple of things we're going to do. And then it's been like 3 years and he's just gone, dude. It's like, fuck.
He's gambling.
Where is he? Yeah, he's just gambling out there, man.
He's gambling.
Which, there's 2 seasons in the anime, and this is disgusting. I cannot believe they did this. Instead of giving us season 3 of Kaiji, they released an anime version of it, which accumulates to 30 minutes of footage in Japan only on gambling machines. So whenever you hit like certain numbers on like a pachinko machine, it plays like a 5-second snippet of season 3 of the anime that we could have gotten. And it's just so nasty. I cannot believe it. I watched all of it on YouTube.
I guess they ran the numbers, realized they probably wouldn't get their money back, so this is the way to get their money back.
Yeah, hey, let's just throw it on casino machines. Let's bring people in. Oh, my heart breaks.
You would think you'd throw it on streaming sites as well to try to do that, but again, if it does that, then what's the point of the pachinko machine? So I get it.
Yeah.
Just a creative way to kind of get the money.
It's creative. It's also kind of funny considering the fact that, you know, all of the characters' problems comes from gambling. So it's like, well, if you want to see the anime, just go gamble, man. Come on.
Just go gamble yourself.
Let's go gamble.
Yeah. Yeah, I think gambling in general, I don't do it as much.
Yeah, you just do it with fantasy football.
That's it. And then if I randomly go to a casino, something small, but nah.
Yeah, limit yourself.
Yeah. I can see the allure, and I can see how people get addicted to it. Because even though I'm betting on games and stuff like that, I've done that before. I've hit, and then I'm like, I'm kind of good, because I feel like, all right, if I keep going, it could get bad. This isn't gambling, but I think I realized my limits on Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like gacha? Like pulling cards?
Yeah.
What deck are you trying to build?
I kept saying it was like a silent swordsman deck.
Oh, yeah, that's stomped in Duel Links for a little bit, dude.
Yeah. I was trying to build that. And I was like, I just need this one card, and then I'm good. So I kept like getting more and more. Now to get the card, I'm like, I just need this one card. And so it was just like,
their quick play spell really ruled the meta for a little bit.
I was like, I'm done. I was like, this is it. I just deleted it from my phone. I was like, I'm cool. So, but it had a nice run. I had a lot of fun playing Duel Links. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I like Duel Links. I just hated how behind it was on like the current meta. But I mean, that's nature of the game because it's like supposed to be like faster. Only three
like
monster,
smaller,
three spell traps. So
yeah,
it is what it is.
I enjoyed it, but I think you gotta know your limits in life, man.
Yeah,
you gotta understand like how far you can go, and before things
what's
get bad.
your weakness?
Yeah. Like the drugs that push you to that limit.
Damn. Which I'm thinking of it now. You mentioned it a second ago, and I agree with you. When Luffy shows up, he's gonna push Emu even harder. And it's not just because Luffy's strong, but there's a really good chance that Luffy's just like the neutral counter or just straight up counter to Emu's Devil Fruit. I mean, we got the black flames with Emu, and then of course, if you have eyes, it's like, yeah, Luffy's the white variant, right? He's the sun god, fire, white fire. If Luffy masters his fruit here or learns what he can do, he might push Emu really hard, which, speaking of Emu, he hasn't coughed up blood ever since his introduction. I'm kind of surprised that we haven't seen more of like the time limit being shown here.
Yeah, we probably see it more versus Luffy. I think what's interesting is Luffy can learn from Emu.
100%.
Right? Because we see Emu has manipulation of his weapon, where he can create anything out of his weapon, damn near.
Imagination powers. That's what Luffy could do.
Right. What if Luffy creates a weapon himself?
He needs to.
Oh.
It's like the sword, spear, shield that we keep on seeing Nika with. I think Luffy can do that. Luffy can do it. He can use it well in quotation marks because Luffy's kind of an idiot. He just has to know.
What would be amazing is Luffy copying Zoro and Sanji.
Oh my god.
So Luffy recreates 3 swords, attacks Emu, and then recreates Ifrit. That would just seeing like how far he's come. I don't know if Oda would ever do it because it kind of like
it steps on their realm a little bit too much.
Yeah. But it's kind of like, oh my gosh, Luffy doing Sanji's pose and having a sword in his mouth.
There's like a small part of me that doesn't want that to happen because it reminds me of Arlong Park, where Luffy picked up swords and then he was trying to hit Arlong and none of it's working. And it's like, see, I'm not a swordsman. I can't lie. I can't cook because I need my friends. So if Luffy were to do all of their attacks, it's like, well, I don't need my friends anymore because I'm that guy. It's like, well, okay. I don't know. I mean, obviously the messaging would be different here, but
yeah. Like, it would be so hyped though.
Yeah, it would be.
I'm thinking of the hype.
Yeah, he can whip out swords, but maybe not 3 swords. He can use fire, but maybe not like, on his legs.
The thing is not obviously it's not the exact thing, but it's just like mimicking it,
Yeah.
Like, using like the attacks of his sword and his shield. But I think Luffy's gonna go absolutely bonkers versus Emu. It's gonna be fantastic.
And he's eating. We're gonna see like a fully powered Luffy here, which we can't say the same for Loki, because in the span of one day, Loki's been stabbed multiple times by Shamrock and now by Emu. How is Loki still up? I don't get it. He's a tank,
His tenacity is insane. His tenacity is amazing. He's super tanky. He can endure a lot of damage, which I know people are questioning now. They're like, okay, so do we give Shanks more credit, or we take it away and say like he never really did this?
I think Shanks did it, man. I still think that Shanks beat Loki.
I think about it and I'm just like, we kind of have to give Shanks his credit, but it does make me think, damn, like this is crazy. This is actually nuts. How much Loki can endure. So I think I'm amazed at how well. I thought the fight was over, right? Especially after like Nemesis.
Yeah, that looks like a finisher, done. Right? Like a Mortal Kombat fatality. Like, oh, Nemesis, stab through the heart, stab through the chest, you're done. Nope.
I'm thinking it's done. And so for him to continue doing that, continue going after that while Emu's babbling on about strength and power, envy and dominion. Of course he got the hit in after Emu started tweaking, but it's impressive, bro. Wildly impressive. So shout out to Big Loki, man. Big Loki.
Big Loki stocks are going crazy. And Ragnar stocks too. Ragnar's hanging in there. Every time they clash, just remember, that's a squirrel that's being attacked right there. Like, when they clash with the mace, I'm like, oh, that's cool. Wait a minute. That's a squirrel. Yeah. Ragnar's tanking it.
Ragnar's strong as hell on his own. And now with Loki wielding it, Loki's one of the strongest ever, bro. Already. So
yeah, this is a very respectable chapter, not just to like Loki, but to Emu too. Oda did it really well, where Emu isn't really trying. Emu's kind of just, getting lost in thought. At the same time, though, Loki's landing hits. Loki's tanking. He's looking good too.
It's not the prototypical One Piece fight.
The same can't be said about Luffy and Kizaru, though. That was a different story.
That just wasn't good, man.
This one feels more natural, right? A more natural way of saying, oh yeah, there's levels to it. They're both strong, and just call it that. I don't mind if Luffy beat Kizaru. It's just that the fight felt very like forced to end in a way. Like, hey, forget about Kizaru, forget about Luffy. Here's Saturn, man. Pay attention to this dude. It's like, fuck.
Yeah,
damn it.
We didn't get like meaningful exchanges. And I think more than anything, I hate when it's a fight and we're just getting like rapid punches, and then big punch, done. And so. Of course, there are the variables where it's like the intent was not to straight up fight. But I think my critique isn't on the story, because the story as it is, I think it was well done.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was great for the characters. This isn't a critique on the story. This is more a critique on the direction, where I think we should have had a section just dedicated to let's fight. Right? Dedicated to the clash of the Titans, per se, that's been built up ever since, I think, Marineford. Built up even before then, because of Sabaody, we saw what Kizaru did to the Straw Hats. And I think even built into this matchup is Yonko versus Admiral. So there's a lot of eyes on this, I think, again, this two Titans clashing. For it to play out the way it did, it is justifiably, and I've heard people say this, like, as far as expectations and possibilities, the worst fight in One Piece.
I wouldn't go that far. I just think that the Kizaru fight was, it was kind of like a nothing burger. People are saying that's my favorite word recently, and I think it's true. Just, I feel like nothing really came out of it, minus, hey, Kizaru's down for the count, Luffy's down for the count. Now we can get, like, exposition with Saturn, which, like you said, the story, it went on. It was good.
Yeah.
It's just like the fight that everybody was looking forward to. Like, nothing really came out of it. We couldn't really, if you say one character, one or the other, that's fine. But we can all admit that the fight didn't pan out the way a lot of people kind of wanted it to. Like, it didn't have like that big ender,
do you think is the worst fight in One Piece?
The worst fight in One Piece is so crazy. What a title, man. You say that, and then Raizo Fukurokuju is like looking at you in the face mid-Gear 5th fight. Literally, Gear 5th, here's Raizo with a whole ass chapter titled after him, man. I don't know.
That
one's
did
more
come to
nasty.
mind, but here's the thing. Did you expect much?
All right. In terms of expectations, I'll give you that. Yeah. Nobody expected. Okay, but the thing is, Oda kind of went out of his way to title a chapter Raizo. That's, you gotta admit, man. That's a little bit nasty.
We saw Raizo and Fukurokuju, and we were like, okay, let's.
When I read
whatever.
that title, I was frowning that day. I was reading the spoilers. I was like, no, dude, not a Raizo chapter now. Damn it.
So it's almost, we saw it, and we were like, okay. There's nothing to expect. After that clash where Luffy's like, I'm 100 times stronger.
We all expected like, something crazy.
Fireworks.
Which, I mean, what we did get, right? Which the anime made it way better, mind you. Like, dude, the animators
cooked.
that went in.
The anime
nuts.
cooked.
But as far as like manga goes, it's like, we could have gotten more. You know?
Way more.
Could have gotten a little bit more. We're just complaining at this point.
I think for Oda, I don't need necessarily even an entire chapter fight. I think just at least give the anime a great foundation to work with, and I'm good.
Oh yeah.
Zoro versus Rob Lucci in the anime. Oh my gosh.
I know, and they only had like one attack and like 4 panels to go off of.
It wasn't even a great foundation because I thought the fight in the manga was just bad, and in the anime. Oh my God, they cooked so much. So for Oda, it's kind of, that they can work together where it's not too much in the manga, give them a good foundation to work with. I think even if you give a panel or half or page showing Luffy and Kizaru fighting even more, then they're like, okay, we have the means to extend it in the anime.
Yeah.
And so it's just, that's the only issue. But I think character-wise, character writing, story writing-wise, it makes a ton of sense. I do actually like the direction of what it does for Kizaru's character. It's just the selfish.
We want more.
Wanting this matchup and having this matchup and it not, leading to anything much outside of the character stuff. It's, it's a bit disappointing.
And again, I get why Oda didn't do it too. From a meta level where it's like, yeah, he probably wants to speed up the story. Like, going back to the beginning of this all, like, yeah, Oda probably wants to retire, take a hiatus of his own. One Piece is a long-ass series. Like, we're expecting, like, 20, 30-ish for the end of series. And it's like, yeah, I get it, right? Like, maybe he does want to waste a week on it. Sure. I can't hate it too much. There's cope.
It is, it's some cope, but the anime makes it better.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm cool. Oda, keep cooking. And I know this chapter?
Oh, yeah, this chapter, this is some good shit, dude. For, usually when you hop on Twitter, which, kind of like a cesspool every now and then, but you'll get people saying, oh, like, this paneling is awful, this paneling is awful. People are kind of flexing the beginning of the fight, which, they didn't do for the rest of the fight, that's fine. But when Loki uses Ragna Izuchi, they're like, yo, look at this clean-ass paneling. Oda using big panels in 2026? What the hell is this? And I was like, you know what? You're right. This does look really clean, man. Oda, like I said, he still has it in him.
You just got to do it.
He just got that pump of TRT at the rep age of 50, man.
Hey, Oda is so successful, and One Piece is so successful, so Oda just does what he wants. And Oda's joy is in the creative and whimsical, just random aspects of One Piece. And I think because of that is why One Piece is so successful, not the fights. So I think what's happened is a lot of fans have, justifiably so, I think, have a planned escalation in their head. Where it's like, okay, the stakes are kind of getting greater. We're getting to a point where now the fights are inevitable. They have to live up to the weight. And the conclusions have to matter and be just as impactful so that the stakes and the expectations are raised. But that's not why One Piece has been great and gotten to where it is now. However, we're just in a different time. And honestly, like a lot of people that's been reading One Piece, let's say since not even since the beginning, but since the early days, pre-time skip, we're much older now.
Yeah.
You know?
Aging audience, man.
we're much older now. Like a lot of people who started One Piece like pre-time skip, 30s, late 20s, you know, and also we've consumed a lot of media since then. Let's say a lot of anime, a lot of different anime, read a lot of different manga. And so, you know, our palette is kind of changed.
Yeah, I mean that's just One Piece. I mean that's most like older series. Like Pokemon's a great example.
Yeah.
Like yeah, Pokemon they aim towards kids, but according to surveys, man, like 85% of players are 24 to 40. And it's like it's cuz they're all aging, brother. Like we're all getting older.
Yeah, I think even like with kids that I've been around, and even I'm like, yo, do y'all play Pokemon?
They're like, what the hell is that?
No. I play
where's the Roblox option, Grandpa? Pokemon.
Roblox. Like I want to play Mario Kart. Like
Mario Kart.
I'll play it.
You mean steal a brain rot?
Roblox. Exactly. So it's just like, oh shit. Okay, it's a completely different time. So you know, Pokemon. When I mention Pokemon, it's like looking at me like.
Yeah, Pokemon, okay. Like, nah, dude, that's something for the old heads at that point. Which sounds crazy, but that is the truth, man. Like, kids aren't playing that shit, dude.
Yeah. Not. So I'm like,
Nintendo still catering towards kids makes no sense. They're trying, but it's never been successful with kids.
Do your kid thing, but also understand, yo, we've grown, you know?
Yeah.
And a lot of people that like we've grown with the company, and with that. All I'm asking for is a difficulty level with.
It can just be optional.
Pokemon. That's it.
Do you want kid mode or you want adult mode? Come on.
Make it. I think for me, I would like for the gyms to, even if they're themed, be more creative. Right? Like I think you can have an electrical gym, but you can have Pokemon that can use electrical attacks. They don't have to be electric Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like because they're different. I think is it Hitmonchan?
Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, one of them.
They can use he can use Thunder Punch. Even get a dragon that can use Thunder. It's just like do different things. So it's like now it's like, okay, like you're not just going to the electric gym with a Geodude.
And it sounds like crazy, right? But I mean, the thing is that some of these Pokemon games, they're introducing new mechanics. You can easily say, oh, the Pokemon are evolving. They're mutating because of this. Now you can use lightning. It's like it's such an easy thing to write in. Like it's the same thing with like One Piece, right? Like people are always like, oh, could this actually happen in the story? It's like, well, the boring answer is that like, yeah, Oda could technically make this work. He could make anything work if he wanted. So why not?
Where I am is like somebody made a theory. They're talking about it. They're like, I know this sounds crazy. I was like, bro. Just like we've seen so many crazy things happen in the story. Shoot.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
Do your theory. Talk about if you have a great idea, talk about it, put it out there. You know what I'm saying? In some way, shape, or form. Because
it's like
Ange
just being
might
evil or Barbell being the man marked by flames. Crazy ass theories, but let me tell you, they look pretty good on paper. I don't know, man.
Okay, yeah. Like theories like those, even those you can kind of like just shoot from the hip, man. Because sometimes, you might just be correct.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't like Ange, so it is what it is.
Yeah?
Yeah. GLR, our guy Liam, he made a video talking about Ange maybe being a traitor in the holy year of 2026, literally the other day. And
Did he really?
Yep. And I saw that and I was just smiling, rubbing my hands. I was like, here we go. And as far as the Barbell theory goes, I don't know if you know, like Dawn and Dusk Stussy. They also like the theory that Barbell's the man marked by flames. I saw Tekken talk about it as well in his Rocks Pirate video. And I was like, dude, the agendas are growing, man. More people are believing it.
Did you comment on Liam's video? Like, hey.
Oh, no.
Remember where this came from, buddy.
No. I don't like taking credit for theories like that because the thing is, I'm just one guy. I'm sure somebody else out there, like Liam, for example, I'm sure a lot of people looked at Ange and said, yo, she's probably a traitor. I doubt I'm the first guy, so I don't want to like claim credit for some of these theories. The only one I do want to claim credit for is Barbell because I just love that son of a gun so much. But outside of that, like, I think with One Piece being so popular, I bet there's theories that I've made where people are like, oh, I thought about that too, or vice versa. It's like, I don't really care for like claiming.
I don't think that many people looked at and thought she was.
No, a lot of
ugly
people.
and
Dude,
said
I
she's
swear
a
to God,
traitor.
I made that video day one. People commented saying I thought something felt off about her. Literally, one chapter in, people commented that.
Right. Did people say I thought she was ugly, so she's the traitor?
People said that Oda often draws bad people as ugly. And I was like, you know what? I don't know, man. Hey.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
No, but that's dope though. That's dope. Like I said, put your idea out there, man.
Yeah,
Like,
why not?
You never know.
People might vibe with it,
maybe
man.
Grand Line Review might make a video about it.
Yeah, maybe he'll talk about it. Yeah, I got me smiling, brother. So
Got you
next
giddy?
chapter, yeah, I was giddy as hell. And speaking of giddy, where is our guy Saint Killy? Saint Killy is nowhere to be seen. Killingham is MIA. We see Sanji, we see Bonnie, Frankie, Jimbei, Nami, all who are in close vicinity to Killingham, but no Killingham himself. Did he leave the area?
We saw Somers like shoo it away, right?
Yeah, Somers shot away, but Killingham, we have no idea.
Was it both of them?
No. The one that shot away last week was Emu.
Right. It was Emu and Somers. Killingham probably did the same thing. I saw somebody saying that they're looking for the corpse of Harold.
Yeah, I can't believe that theory's getting so much traction. Yeah. The idea is that, they talked about King Harold's grave at the beginning of Elbaf. So maybe they're after it now to like resurrect him or to do something with it, which I don't mind. I feel like there's just not too much to like back it up right now, but I'm surprised that theory's gotten a lot of traction.
I think because Oda didn't give many hints as to where they could go. And because the thing that makes the most sense is them like backing up Emu, going after the fighters that are there, them just going away and disappearing. Now it's like, damn, what's there to get? What's there to have in Elbaf? And so people are kind of like, just kind of retracing their steps and seeing what's valuable here. So
Harold's corpse would be pretty cool. Like imagine Loki. Next chapter, he's going in to attack Emu. And then right before he lands the blow, we see Killingham and Somers playing with his dad's corpse. Like maybe like they do like a Weekend at Bernie's thing. They're like, stop, Loki, don't attack him. And then Loki like gets thrown off and then Emu like one-shots his ass. That'd be cool.
Like a Kaido and Odin.
I think people would love that, dude.
Man, I think people would love the comedy aspect. I think some people are like, oh my gosh, not like this.
Yeah, people would hate it. Yeah, I'm joking.
Not like this, Loki.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we love Somers, right? We like Killingham.
There are guys.
I'm trying to see what's going on with them. I'm definitely trying to see what's going on with them. Now it's going to be at the expense of, this fight, more than likely, where we're going to have to cut away, and we're going to get a couple chapters with these guys, or maybe a chapter with each of them, just to see what's going on. Or maybe Oda gives us a chapter with just them, and then we cut away, because once Emu's done, they're done.
Yeah.
So,
and, usually Oda saves the big bad, like, finale for after everybody else has been wrapped up already. So I do agree. We will have to cut away from this fight, or, we'll have to be, like, at a standstill, or, something like that, so we can see the outside events. Killingham, Somers, Gunko, Brook, whatever the hell Usopp's doing, hired in Zoe. Like, we need so many updates. So as much as I want to continue this fight, I think Oda will have to, cut away very soon.
Yeah, cut away. Just he's got, that's just his style.
Yeah,
it
is what it is.
It's not that Oda isn't super focused. He just enjoys giving so many different aspects and vantage points based on what's going on. Now, granted, right now it's not too much going on, but we do know Somers and Killingham. Those are two open-ended things that we need some more about. So I'm ready.
I'm ready, brother. So before we end off, I do gotta ask, what animes are you watching currently this season?
Witch Hat Atelier.
Really? Do you like it?
I like it. I did say the first few episodes felt like, I haven't read the manga, but it felt like when I was watching it, I feel like I could see panels. Meaning they were going out of their way, and I haven't confirmed this. They were going out of their way they were animating the panels, and it wasn't. I think typically for animation, you would like for the animation to elevate the source material. When I'm watching it, I'm like, okay, I can see this as a panel. I can see this moment as a panel. And it was just like, feels a little weird. The last episode was better, and well, episode 3 was great. Episode 3 was really great. It was just, there's a lot of heart in that one. So I think so far, it is fine. Fine. And I'm watching, so that's Witch Hat Atelier. I'm also watching Demons of the Shadow Realm.
Oh, how's that?
Fine.
Just fine.
It's fine. I think it started, of course, with that. The reason why we're watching it more than because
the author,
FMAB, the author.
Yeah.
And the character models are just so similar. It's kind of like, okay.
And it's a clean art style. I love the art style there.
So I'm like, all right, we got to kind of get past that. The premise is cool. I think the first episode was a bit gnarly. It slowed down. I think the third episode has been the worst episode because it's just like explaining things. Nothing's really happening. But I'm always going to give the author of probably the best anime ever the benefit of the doubt. So I'm always going to recommend it. But so far, fine.
Yeah, I need to check that out.
Nothing super special yet.
Ooh,
yeah,
what about Slime Isekai? There's now 5 episodes of season 4, dude.
I have not gotten to Slime. I am still in season 4. Right?
Or season 3, you mean?
Season 3. I'm still in season 3. I haven't heard much about Slime though.
Me neither.
Wait, I think season 3 killed it for a lot of people.
Because it was just nothing but like what? Meeting. Here's a Coliseum.
Every episode.
How are we fixing the sidewalk?
Yeah. It was like a bunch of episodic.
I love Slime Isekai, but it is not a good week-to-week show.
Isekai. I love Slime Isekai. Like, it was one that, I'm not gonna lie, when I first watched Slime Isekai, I was like, yo, how haven't I heard about this? This shit is fucking amazing. And, season 3 was just boring. Like, bro, I was watching it on Patreon. I dropped it.
Yeah.
And everybody was kind of like,
And it's not like one of those slower seasons where it's like Vinland Saga season 2 where there's just like a lot of character growth. No. This is literally just slow. No character growth. I mean, you could argue there's some like they progress the city, but outside of that, dude, it was nothing.
It was boring.
Nothing happened there.
And so I had to. So unfortunately, it might have killed just. I don't even know how many people were reacting to it. Because just like it wasn't nothing burger. Last season, so
you're using the word now too. Nothing burger. It's catching on.
I think so.
And there's also the 4th season of Saikuno the anime, Classroom of the Elite.
I've never watched Classroom of the Elite. I did not know that's what it was about.
Yeah, people are. I love all the edits of like the Saikuno mogging everybody meme, and he's like the main character. He's like Light Yagami. It's so funny, dude. And then they're using the clip of that one girl where she's like, he finished inside of me. And then it's just Saikuno, just the music, the bass drop. Oh, man. The Saikuno edits.
Did he text your cousin and tell him that he's wild and he needs to chill out?
I just told him to live life, brother.
Oh, okay. So you're like endorsing it?
Yeah. You do you, man.
What did he say?
He didn't say anything. No response. He said he needs to he needs to regain his stamina bar. His stamina meter is kind of low.
Yeah, XP bar is low. Yeah. I think just give him some time.
Yeah, give him some time.
Yes, he has some things to figure out, but I think ultimately he'll land on his feet.
Ooh, one anime I've been really enjoying this season. I mean, I'm biased. It's so FMAB is your favorite anime outside of like One Piece and everything else. It's for me. I'm a big fan of ReZero. Season 4's been hitting.
I hear it's good. ReZero season 1, I'll say, was it's certain anime that you watch that kind of you know that in that moment, I'm just experiencing something different, or it felt different. That was ReZero season 1 for me, where it was the only anime other than One Piece that I was excited to have discussions about after each episode. Like, I hadn't done that with other anime.
Yeah.
So after episodes,
season 1 was
there'll
like
be
2016, huh? It's a
10
long
years
time
ago.
ago, yeah.
Right? Was having group discussions talking about ReZero. And ReZero was another one that kind of, it was unique as well, because it did very well when it came to like viewership.
I think it's still doing really well with viewership, especially in Japan. I don't think the West likes ReZero as much, but I know in Japan it does pull in a lot of numbers. Like, it is one of like the higher sold light novels out there.
I love ReZero season 1. Season 2, I dropped it.
It's not bad as a binge. I think you need to go back and rewatch season 2, or just like binge through season 2. Season 3 is amazing. Season 4, I mean, it's off to a really good start. I mean, I think the latest episode is like one of its highest rated episodes too, which people enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's on my short list with Invincible to binge. Because I gotta get back with Invincible, but ReZero was on that list. People talk. Another one is like I watched season 1, Dr. Stone.
Ooh.
And yeah, I'm so behind on Dr. Stone, man. But I really enjoyed season 1. So it's just, I got a lot of binges to do.
Yeah.
And I've been having this weird feeling because I've been seeing so much slander, not slander, but like over the years, right? People's like Sword Art Online is ass. And I'm like, I don't remember ass.
Season 1 of SAO was really good. I think people are letting the newer seasons kind of like muddy the waters a lot. But when SAO first released, I don't know, like when it was, like 2010-ish, maybe like 2012, it was phenomenal. People loved it. I was a big fan of SAO.
Yeah,
but by the time season 2 dropped and the other spin-offs and movies, I'm like, don't like it as much. It's kind of cheesy, but season 1, it was in a league of its own at the time.
I got to go back and watch it. I hate when anime I like, they just go down a route that just kills it for me. And then not to know, well, Seven Deadly Sins is one of those for me. It's just like there's a lot of characters that I liked, but then it just got super weird and freaky. And then the anime just wasn't that good.
Yeah.
So it just kind of killed it for me. But I do want to revisit SAO.
You're gonna watch everything?
Season 1, season 2.
What about the other seasons?
Yeah, season 1, season 2. Probably not.
No, you gotta find out what everybody's talking about, man. Like, when people say SAO is bad, it's because of the newer stuff. Which, it's not even like, objectively bad. It's just that I think people don't like the direction it's going. I think that's more so what it is, but still, you gotta check out the new stuff. See what all the hubbub is about.
I think I enjoy because there's so many things to watch. I'm not gonna just watch something because people are watching it or people are talking about it.
Yeah.
If I'm not interested. And it's something that I realize. I'm like, if I'm not enjoying something, I'm not gonna watch it. Like, I feel so much better about my life after dropping My Hero Academia Vigilantes.
I will admit, me too. In a weird way, it feels like it's like a check-in with like a parole officer. It's like, man, I like every week I gotta go here, sit for like 30 minutes, chill for a second.
I'm doing it just to do it. I was like, bro, I'm like, bro, why am I watching this? It's not funny. Like, it had small moments. I'm like, oh, that's cool. But then they kind of just did the same bit over and over and over. They kept having like Aizawa there in the warehouse with those two fucking random people I don't care about. And then, they had some cool moments with, what was his name? What's the main character's name?
The Crawler is his nickname.
Crawler!
I don't know his real name. I forgot.
Kirio.
No, that's not his name. I know that's not his name.
It's something. It's a typical anime name. Fuck. Either way, they would have cool things with him, like learning about his powers and the powers of evolving, but it was just so. Ugh.
Yeah, I think you know why spoilers and I called it a day. I was like, how does the manga end? Who dies? Who lives? All right, I'm moving on.
That's insane. I think I gave it such a chance because a lot of people were saying it's better than My Hero Academia, and I'm here to say that they fucking lied.
I think it was good. I think in its own right, it's a really good spinoff. It's just that season 2 didn't capture me right away. Like season 1, I thought was like I was actually going in week to week, like, oh, okay, this is a lot of fun. But season 2, I don't feel that same enjoyment right now.
I did like season 1. I think season 2 is just, they spent too much time on like this. Like I said, I don't mind Pop and what she has going on, but like this whole idol thing, it's too much. It's too much, and then I'm kind of cool.
Yeah. So last thing now. Kagurabachi, man, you caught up?
I haven't read the last chapter.
So wait. So what chapter are you on? What just happened? Because I read the spoilers and everything. So like, what was the last thing that happened for you?
The last chapter I read was 117.
Oh, you're behind. Fuck. Okay, never mind. That's literally where we left off last week.
Yeah,
where we talked about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't read it yet.
Damn. 2 chapters behind, man. You're slacking.
Man, well, there's a reason for that. I'll tell you off air, but like, it's just been I've been watching a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
This past week, so I'm like, I'm gonna get to Kagurabachi, but I haven't read since.
The fighting, man, it's top tier, brother. You're missing some top tier fights.
Yeah, people have been like, yo, when we gonna get Kagurabachi? When you gonna read it? So it's like, I think tomorrow I'm gonna have a nice little binge.
Yeah, have a binge, because I mean they're at a chapter 120, and 120 releases on Viz tomorrow, so you can check out the official.
Yeah, so tomorrow I'm gonna have a nice little binge, so we can talk about it
later. Yeah, people were asking, they're like, yo, like, when are you and Brago gonna talk about Kagurabachi? It's like, well, I mean, this guy's not caught up, man. He's behind.
And also, we can have a discussion, because it's like, I know about 2 or 3 more people that's reading Kagurabachi, and they caught up, and Laz is caught up too.
Oh shit!
He actually reacts to Kagurabachi every week.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking to Laz pretty soon. We'll have like a little one-on-one, and I'm looking forward. I'll make sure to bring up Kagurabachi.
A nice little group discussion with Laz.
Dude, oh my god. The last thing you got was everybody aura farming at the table. I can't believe you stopped right there. That's so disgusting.
Yeah. Tomorrow, man. Tomorrow I have a nice binge. I can't wait.
Hey, all I gotta say, no spoilers, but look out for my boy Hiroto Soga. I love the Soga clan. Those are my dogs, man. Like I
do like the Soga clan.
The Soga clan is so cool.
The thing is, it's not aura farming. It's just aura.
Yeah,
incarnate.
like there's not a single bad Soga clansman, from Chiaki to Hiroto, Akemura, Yoshinojo. Like they're all so fire.
I think it's kind of how I feel about the Uchiha.
There's not a bad Uchiha minus like, I don't even know, just like filler characters, I guess.
Yeah,
the main Uchihas are cool.
I think in general, all the Uchiha are just like really dope characters. So it's just, just a fire clan.
It's a good family, man. Good genes.
It extends.
It extends.
You love to see it.
But
no.
Yeah, that is
Bachi. Yeah, next week we'll have a nice long discussion about it. I'm with it.
If there's a break week, which we'll make sure to get on to the chapter if it releases, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. It is what it is. We roll with the punches. Thank you guys so much for watching this video all the way into the end, as per usual. You know where to find Brago down below. He's going to be linked in the comment section and in the video description and stuff. Brago Diaz, BDA Law, BDA Raw. All his channels will be there. And we'll catch y'all later. Peace out.
Peace out.